am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. And in today's video, we are going to be doing our comic book. Wait a minute. Hold on. Do you have something on your head?
What?
I just noticed your haircut. You look like a white guy. I thought you were going to grow your hair like long and be like one of those punk rockers in like the 90s.
What?
All right.
What the hell is happening right now?
He didn't get my joke. It's okay. It's
No.
okay.
How is that a joke?
Why are you yelling at me? God, it's okay, man. Your white rage is coming at me.
Listen, I have a lot of repressed rage.
Don't worry, man. I'll calm you down.
It only seems to happen on Tuesdays.
All right. Let's give you guys a great review here. Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. And in today's video, we are going to be doing a comic book review on Justice League Unlimited #1. So, as you guys already know, the Justice League is one of the most iconic superhero teams in all of comic book history. When you think of DC Comics, you think of Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Green Lantern, and you always think of the Justice League. Everyone always talks about the Justice League animated series and Justice League Unlimited cartoons that I actually had as a kid growing up because they were fantastic. It really showcased all the DC heroes at that current moment in time, really working together and having a great time with each other on screen. We later on got several like DC animated movies for the Justice League. We got Justice League War, which is a lot of people's favorite one. That one's also really, really good. And in the comic books, they've had a really weird history if you really look back on it. But to kind of go up to what happened recently, Labs Comic fans' favorite comic book event, Dark Crisis, or later on to be called Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths. Yeah, not Original Crisis. No, they upgraded it.
They did that, like, I think it was like issue 5 or 6. They made it was like this big thing. And it was just Dark Crisis. And then when the Earths came back and he was and he was like, they're back there like on Infinite Earths. And you're like, fuck this fucking comic.
So the Justice League has always been a mainstay of DC Comics forever, ever since they started. And literally
Justice League.
With the dawn of DC Initiative, guess what they did, guys? For the first time in DC comic book history, for a new initiative being launched, they were like, you know what? Fuck that Justice League group. We're going to give you guys the Titans. They're the new Justice League. It's like, yeah, no. I like Titans. I do. But
wasn't good.
It's like, no, they're not the Justice League.
You've been preconditioned to have the Titans take on Titans level villains.
True.
You know, and I just don't like where there's nowhere that they could go in that comic. Yeah. Like you need the Justice League to be the actual Justice League. Now, what might work in animation and something that you might like is not always going to work in comic book form. And when I think when I think Justice League, I don't think this. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, it's just like, I don't give a shit about Star Sapphire in the Justice League. I don't care. I don't want to hear about her.
Mm-hmm.
I want the Trinity and Flash, Green Lantern. If you want to use Red Tornado, fine. That's fine. And Martian Manhunter can be there if you want.
Which he wasn't, which is like, okay. So he just he loves sometimes.
They do make like he is in this, not in this particular book, but he is in this Justice League. And he leaves, and I think that they're gonna like do something. I'm wondering if his limited absolute run, because I hear it's not going to be a full run. I think it's like a 6-issue thing or how many ever. I think that's going to be how they kind of bring together some of the things that they left open in the All In special.
Yes, and I think another thing that DC Comics realized is that when you take away like a flagship team like them and try to replace them, what it does, that it also is a double-edged sword. So they tried to basically bill you on the Titans being the Justice League, but then on the back end of that, even if the run was good, I haven't read that stuff yet, but I haven't. I bought it, even though people have various opinions of it. What's going to happen is even if that run is good, people will always ask for that main team back. Like when the time Nightwing took over for Batman, when Darkseid technically killed him, people were like, "You're not Batman. Where's Bruce Wayne?" That's how much like impact original types of characters have. Is that like if they're ever gone, people just want them back. It's just what it is, And they did put the Justice League back after the whole Absolute Power event. We did do a review of that for the Absolute Power hardcover. I would recommend going and checking out that video if you haven't seen it yet. That way you kind of can understand what happened when they broke up. We also did a comic book review on DC All In #1 when the group came together for that first part of the book, and the second half was forming the Absolute Universe, even though you had like literally no previews of Absolute Batman, Superman, or Wonder Woman, even though that it was billed literally in the promotion material that you would be getting preludes or promos to Absolute Batman #1 and Superman, Absolute Superman, and Absolute Wonder Woman #1 issues as well. Now, since you got, I would highly assume you guys have already watched my previous videos about the Absolute Power hardcover comic book review and the DC All In #1 one-shot comic book review. The Justice League are back. Now, did I enjoy this issue? Overall, I didn't hate it. I liked what I got, but there is some very clear issues here. So
the art's awesome.
Dan Mora has that effect on people. Literally, he might actually be able to trick you a book is good because his art is that good. So from the Justice League animated series and Justice League Unlimited, if you just watch those cartoons, I'm not saying you need to read comics or anything, because I know a lot of you guys don't read comics at all. You just kind of watch only movies and TVs and animation. Sure, fine. You saw how useful every single member of the Justice League really was. But this concept could not really exceptionally play that out in the long haul, because they're not doing it in the way that made that show work. Now, as Lap just said, sometimes comics to television and vice versa doesn't work. But what they should do moving forward, because people have said the later issues just kind of get worse and worse. I don't know. We'll have to review them when we cross that bridge, right? What's better is if you would need to kind of focus on one character and build that character up, along with having a dynamic that makes another character worthwhile too. So like Hot Girl and Green Lantern from the show, something like that. Supergirl and Batwoman, just dynamics like that. Build those up with the group dynamic. But
they have a massive problem. Like when you bring all of the heroes in, you're also bringing in side characters from main character books, but you're also bringing in characters that don't really have a history. Their history is told through side pages and other things like that. Or like say the one guy, like the Green Lantern or Green Arrow, had a mission and they were joined by whoever. Yeah. And that's how you tell that story. The main problem that I have is you leave the Justice League out of your continuity for like a couple of years, and you bring them back. And instead of bringing back the Trinity and the main team for a little while and have them like do their thing, and they could do this and make it the big Justice League, do Unlimited if you want to do that. But they took zero time to do it. It was just like, okay, everybody, here you go.
Yeah,
they told us and they didn't show us. Yeah, which is a huge problem.
Yeah, that was one of the smaller issues that I had with the DC All In #1 one-shot special. And this is like, okay, if you're gonna try this concept out, they did it before with the cartoons. Those are great, and it worked because you got a chance to see the characters built up, at least the main ones, in their other shows already. Like you got a chance to see Batman and Superman in their own thing, Batman Beyond in his own thing, Static Shock in his own thing. So when you did kind of see them later on in the shows, it's like, okay, I understand this character. Now, the issue that comes up with the book, and I brought this up with you on the other ones that we talked about with DC, is there should be a clear focus on which character gets the main focus based off, like, I think, pedigree, right? So, guys, in the book, they tried to build up Star Sapphire. You guys know who Star Sapphire is? That's one of the villains for Green Lantern. It's his girlfriend. She becomes a villain at some point in their continuity. She's a hero in the Justice League. I think, like you said, it is true. There should be a clear established thing of, hey, this is a limited kind of group, and you kind of get to earn your spot here. I think putting the focus on Star Sapphire, and especially the first issue, to me was kind of a miss there. I think you need to have that focus on the Trinity, like you said, but they put it on Star Sapphire, and it's like, well, outside of her being a villain, she's not that interesting.
Well, I think they kind of like changed her. I can't remember if it was in Dawn of DC, so they like had her not wear her, because she's on the spectrum of lantern.
Oh, yeah, that spectrum.
And I think she put on her ring after so long, and I can't remember, but I know they did something where she hadn't been Star Sapphire for a while, so she's not necessarily a villain anymore. And I don't know if, like, since Carol has done it, she's technically a villain. It's more like she's impartial to things. She does things for the good of the pink.
I do things for the good of the pink too. I fully get her on that. I love the pink,
Yes.
And the only other thing,
you do.
This is kind of some nerd related shit. I will fully admit that point already. On the cover, as you guys can see, it's Star Sapphire. I initially thought it was Zatanna, but whatever. It's Star Sapphire, Superman, Black Lightning, Wonder Woman, Batman, Flash. You're probably thinking like, oh, Adam's there. Guys, Adam's not even in the book. Blue Beetle is more in the book than Adam. Blue Beetle should have been on here.
Well, I think they put him on there because they have that Adam project.
You're right.
Project. Yeah. So he's like, with the other people, was the one that's bringing powers back, the power sets.
Yes. Yeah, and I like the cover.
I don't know why he's on the cover, like saying
he's not in the book at all. Yeah.
The book.
Yeah.
But I understand why he's important.
Blue Beetle should have been there. Airwave. Why is Adam here? And I love this cover. I do. I think it's one of the more better covers they actually have. And this is Dan Mora's art is great, but don't get why he's there. The other thing about the Justice League now since it basically just encompasses everything, the JSA and the Watchtower can meet there. The Teen Titans get their own place to meet. And it's one of these issues where, okay, so they want to pair up the best people to work with the best people. Not a bad idea, but can we get like interesting characters to follow? Like, I don't mind Jaime Reyes. I don't, but it's like if you pair him and Batman together, it's like you're just pairing up two tech guys. That's not really a good pairing at all.
No, I want plus. I don't know. Jaime Reyes.
Yeah, you're like, let's talk about it. Okay, I'm joking. So
I just don't even care about him.
Yeah, and then so I know people criticize Jeff Johns for this back in the day with New 52. As you guys know, the artwork that I have for the MSK show, it's the New 52 artwork. He was pushing for Cyborg to be a core member of the Justice League because he didn't really care for John Stewart that much when they were pushing him as the Green Lantern. There should be an ideal core 7 because I think that matters to me. I get it. You can be the unlimited group. That's not a bad idea. It's happened before. But there should be a core group. Like it should be, hey, these are the founding members of our core moral principles we're moving forward. If everyone's the founding member, it's like, well, what makes this special? Because the other groups are like, okay, this is the team. This is who makes it special. And what people say, Cyborg's not a fucking Justice League member. That should be Martian Manhunter. That should be Hal Jordan. That should be anybody else but him. He belongs in the Titans. Yes, because there's got a clear hierarchy here when it comes to these things. You don't look at Cyborg the same way you look at Shazam, Green Arrow, or Green Lantern. You just don't. It's just not a thing. Like even if they made Firestorm a core member, it's like it's Firestorm
because he's been on the Teen Titans for so long.
Yeah,
and I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, let him be on the Titans. He could do you could write him the same way that you want for the Justice League. You could have him on the Titans, and it would probably be better that way.
Yeah.
And I have no issue with that. At least I don't. I don't have a problem with that.
It's just those double-edged sword things where it's like, yeah, he gets to be in the Justice League, but even if he's good, people are just going to be the only part of the conversation that gets streamlined is well, he shouldn't be there. He's not part of the Justice League. It just does the character a disservice constantly.
Plus, I don't like whenever you're part of this team, but you're this. It becomes like the Avengers, man. Like Wolverine's an Avenger. This guy's an Avenger, but you're also an X-Men. It's like, dude, just stop.
Hey, open invites. This is the Justice League Unlimited open invites. So that is pretty much the main core components of my overall issue. And that's more like how DC Comics decided to build the Justice League coming back, you know? And Mark Waid, he's written some very crazy random stuff recently, you know? Dan Morris art is great, but I feel like focusing on a character like Star Sapphire is just not going to be interesting in the long haul. And then you have a reveal at the very end. And to be fair to that reveal, which we'll talk about at the very end, I think that makes that character more interesting because that character was mostly just kind of like, oh my God, I'm a bumbling weirdo who's not confident. And then I get pushed to be confident in the situation kind of guy, you know. But
well, they always have to have that. Like, and
it's always there no matter what.
It actually, that type of shit irritates me. It does. Because it's
like,
it's just like, all right, why are you doing this? Why are you here? Oh, it's because of the ooh.
Hey, now I get my confidence back because this guy believes in me. And it's like, okay, all right. So let's start going over the story. So starts off basically in Ballhauser, South Africa. Yeah, that's where I want my Justice League.
That's the name of your house, the Ballhauser.
Exactly where Superman freaking using his laser beams on black people. Sure, gotta have that. Gotta make sure he exterminates them. I'm joking.
It's South Africa. It's South Africa. So
there's white people there. Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
So it's mostly, safer, right?
Mostly white. No.
Come on, Trace. So it starts off with them in South Africa. And this part of the mission has Star Sapphire, Wonder Woman, Firestorm, Kid Flash, Black Lightning. Another thing we talked about here for Wonder Woman. You read this book. It's not this book's, to be fair, Kate kind of technically is. You read this. Why the fuck are you going to read a Wonder Woman book? Nothing here would show me to be like, because I think you should use this kind of book to kind of pivot people into going and to like reading the solo titles. Does this book make you want to go read Black Lightning? Does this book make you want to go read Wonder Woman? More Superman stuff, more Batman stuff. That's what this book should be. There's good this book can offer. There's very good potential here.
Well, but I also think like whenever the main stories happening in the Justice League aren't spreading to the other books or being mentioned, like why do I care about that? It makes me care less for me personally.
Fair enough, man. Because you know I hate you. I'm joking. So gets to another part where they're fighting these. I forget those. It's those rolling tanks that they had in the Justice League Unlimited cartoon, the animated series 1, 2. Just think of that when they were in that like the past with the war and everything. Those villains, right? So they're fighting that military militia as the villain for this mission right here. And after that,
they're fighting what they don't. I can't remember what did they call them, Death Wheels or something.
Death Wheels.
Yeah. I think that this one's called, aren't they called like the Inferno or something?
Yeah, later on we do figure out that they're called the Inferno Group or something like that, right?
Yeah, there's something stupid.
So right here, after that, we get a nice double-page spread, very similar to the Justice League Unlimited cartoon. They were really trying to tackle on that branding of like, hey, this is a brand that people like as a kid because it showed it very, very well. We have to make sure we're exactly like that. But that's the problem when you have that happen, because when you try to be exactly like someone else, you aren't really being yourself because there's no way to kind of differentiate you from that, actually. Oh, so
I have nothing to say. I have absolutely nothing to say.
I was setting him up for a slam dunk and he left me. I'm joking. So, okay. So Airwave, as you guys saw in Absolute Power, is that, oh my God, I'm here, guys. I'm just doing stuff.
Can you believe I'm here? Skibbity doo. Golly gee willikers. He's like the old 60s Robin, you know.
Oh my goodness. And Flash, takes them on a trip around the Watchtower, basically showing them different
Yeah,
heroes
to show us what the Watchtower is now.
And you get basically what I said the book should be doing more of, but you did get it a little bit. You got it with the question. It's like, hey, you know who the question is? He got his own DC All-In title as literally no one.
She.
Is it a she this time? Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, it's Montoya from
so you have
Batman continuity.
He shows Airwave, the JSA can have a meeting place here. The Teen Titans can have their own meeting place here because this is an unlimited access team with a huge watchtower. They are pulling their strengths together, their strengths and numbers, and they can always pool their powers together to make good happen in the world. That's I'm not saying it's a cheesy slogan. I like the slogan. I thought it was kind of cool. But
they have Red Tornado as their AI, because when Airwave's in there, there's all like he's overwhelmed because it's like I'm this little nothing of a hero, then Aquaman's running by him and all these. It's like very overwhelming, and Red Tornado is their AI, calling out all these subset members to go to certain missions. So they use each hero that they have access to combine their powers with other heroes that would make them more formidable as a team to conquer whatever mission is best suited for their power set, which is perfectly fine.
I'd rather have that than not have a Justice League at all. Yeah.
Well, I'd rather have them actually, like they told us this, than we're just teaming these people up together for said reason.
But they never actually explained why. It's like, okay, why does this person get to fit this mission more? It's because
I understand that. I get that.
Yeah.
But they only do it with Airwave because I remember later he says, your power isn't suited for this.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But yeah, I know what you mean. But that might be too much exposition in the first book.
Because there's a lot of exposition already here. Yeah.
Yes, but there's a lot of stuff going on, like with all the team. They're trying to show you how exciting and how much things they're actually able to do, as opposed to this one league fighting this one problem.
Yes.
There's all sorts of problems all over the place.
I felt like the pacing was rather, because sometimes when I read comic books now, pacing can be all over the place with a lot of these books. I felt like the pacing here was too fast.
It was very fast.
Things were just happening at just fucking.
For a 30-page comic, it was very quick.
It was very quick. Yeah, honestly, I didn't feel like it was 30 pages because sometimes when you read 30-page, 40-page comic books, it's like, oh my goodness, this is going to be a little bit of not a drag, but you can tell it's got to be, if it's not paced reasonably well, oh my goodness, words, reasonably well, then it feels like just it's a slog through. So after Flash shows Airwave around, basically they call Superman, Wonder Woman, and Kid Flash and Firestorm and Black Lightning and Star Sapphire to go to South Africa, which we see at the first part of the book. So essentially, we got that, and it was like, I'll be honest here, that's the reason why the pacing feels so quick. That part we just talked about, that could have just happened in the first part of the book. That wasn't like a backstory that was like, it's like you get that backstory like before 24 hours later on. It's like, that could have just happened like right in the first part of the book.
And I like how Wonder Woman's calling Red Tornado ready. Like, could you see her saying that? I can't.
Oh, Lord, jeez.
I can't.
You get to this part of the book where they're fighting in South Africa, and Star Sapphire's doing that thing that a lot of characters do, where she's like, I don't know how to handle the situation, as she literally was fighting Green Lantern for a year. Literally is trying to fight Green Lantern.
I don't know what to do.
Yep.
I was only part of the Sinestro Corps War.
I just was fighting Green Lantern for a bunch of years, but I just can't handle it too much. It's like, Mark, Wade, please stop doing that. Oh my God, he does that all the time. He's like, this girl can't handle this. She has to be helped by men. That's fine. She can be helped by men, but don't act like Star Sapphire is like some fucking brand new hire on the job. She can't get, she can't do anything by herself. Like, what in the world? Of course, you got to say about the black man. Of course, white girls need that. But Superman tries figuring out what's going on right here. And basically, this is a place that is holding iridium, and it's more valuable than gold. And whoever controls the supply of iridium controls the global electronics industry. Ooh.
Yep. That's that they basically it's just like they get into a situation and they show that like there's this big thing going on and it's just a bunch of drone wheels and they're like, hey, it's drones, there's no people inside, go crazy, and I don't know, I just don't see this doesn't feel like the Justice League to me. I don't like it, just doesn't.
Well, it's because the dynamics are flipped. Because then after that, Airwave, as you guys see, starts talking to Red Tornado's AI, and then Star Sapphire is pretending like she's just on the job for the first day, which is so off randomly. And then, and then basically Wonder Woman reassures Superman, hey, this is nothing we've encountered before that we can't take care of, which it'd be like, yeah, you've encountered like fucking god level beings way above this. Like, this should be nothing for you guys. And then you get Batman and Blue Beetle at Costa Rica. They're investigating something that will tie into later on in the book, but basically they get to a part where this one officer shines the light over there, and it's like, oh god, this is kind of dangerous.
They were summoned. They thought, Red Tornado. They're like, hey, where you sent us? Are you sure this is right? Because there's nothing happening here. And this police officer is like, hey, we're the one that summoned the Justice League. He's like, you can't see what's going on, but trust me, there is a massive problem going on. And he talks about this creature that has been snatching their children and bringing them into the jungle, never to be seen again. And they're kind of like, how do you know that it's this problem? And he shines the light over and you see nothing yet. You can't really tell what it is. It's like the woods are lit up. I thought at first, like,
it has to be Dan Mora's work. I'll say this. Usually I love Dan Mora's art, and I do. Most of the book's art is fantastic, but that part, it didn't do what they were trying to reveal justice.
Well, they were like,
just couldn't feel it in that part.
Because Blue Beetle was like, he sees it and he's like, oh, like, and we're supposed to react. It kind of just looks like it's on fire almost. Like, I couldn't know what it was.
That's what I thought. I thought it was on fire, but apparently it's not. No. I just, that page was just not drawn in a way that kind of show the impact of what that scene was supposed to be. Is what I'm trying to get at for a lot of people.
Because when they go to it again, which we'll get to, you're like, okay.
And it's down here. And it shows the reaction down there, but it's like, no, guys, you need to have it up here because that's the implication where your eyes are going to end up turning right then and there.
Because that's what we're looking at. That's the biggest panel on that page. So yeah.
So then you get back to the big battle going on with Superman, Black Lightning.
Oh, hold on. We got to talk about this first. Sorry.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
So there's this dude who's like dying, right? And Black Lightning's like,
let's call him Black Guy number one.
He's pretty much dead. We got to go. And Star Sapphire, it just wants to save this one person. Those death wheels could be running over people left and right. And she's like, no. We are going to save this one guy.
No, I saw that.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, she said we have to get him a doctor. And he says, I think Black Lightning's like, if I do this certain thing, it will kill him for sure. And then Firestorm is basically trying to shield more people. Like, Firestorm literally is shielding a whole bunch of people from getting attacked. Like, and she's just sitting there. I get that.
One guy.
Like, that happened in Invincible episode 2 of season 1, where Mark is so concerned with that one grandma that like got hurt really bad. Everyone else in the city is getting attacked. I get that dynamic because that happens, but it's one of those things where it's
not when there's two. I'm not saying let the dude die. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, no.
But there's an immediate threat where one of your heroes is being very overwhelmed, and you have two people that are just with this one person. I'm like, and I understand. She sees a wedding ring on his toasted arm, and she's like, oh my God, he's married. So she gets it in her head because the Star Sapphires, they can manipulate life force and love.
Yeah, because Black Lightning said, if I bring her here, I can heal him. And it's like, I haven't read the new Black Lightning All-In stuff, guys, yet. I've bought the issues randomly. I haven't read that, but it's like, no,
she says it. She says it.
Oh, she said it, right.
Tells it. Yeah, she says,
right. My bad.
I can heal him if I could save him. Does anybody have ID?
Star Sapphire brings up that she can heal him if we call out his wife and get her. It's like, okay.
Right.
So That's the problem. Because overall, I didn't hate the book. I thought it was fine. But she is
Annoying.
like, bro, she's. This is what I hate. Why did Mark Waid write Star Sapphire as if like she is some? I could understand if it's a new person on the job, first date. I fully get it. This is a seasoned villain here.
Well, I think I don't think she's a villain anymore, though. I don't.
No, but like this is the one that's been in battle constantly. This lady's seen what Green Lantern can do. This is not like a fucking new person.
Like, so I think the thing is the reason why like she wouldn't leave him is because of the wedding ring. The Star Sapphires are all about love. So like, that love. Well, here's the thing: that love, like, trumps anything else that she wants to do. She sees that and is like, I have to fix this. There's love in the air, and that's how they get Airwave involved.
Yeah, they get Airwave involved, and then they're able to kind of pinpoint the wife character.
So, yeah, they're looking for the wife, and what he does is he uses, since they have no phone service, he can use the phone and create basically cellular phone service. So they're calling out to the woman, and they find her in this crowd of people, and she's just brought to the man.
And then he does end up getting healed.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Firestorm,
Sapphire,
Firestorm and Kid Flash are literally like doing the brunt work here. Superman and Wonder Woman are like literally taking out these tanks and shit, and these two are like, okay, well, I understand, save the one guy, but it's like, I would have given more emphasis on Superman and Wonder Woman and Firestorm and Kid Flash than the emphasis on Star Sapphire and Black Lightning, because I think it comes out better that way.
Here's the thing, it just shows you like it's the first issue of this giant team, right? And the main problem that we're dealing with is freaking two people, one real person trying to save one person.
Yeah. Then you get to the part where Superman grabs a device out of the wreckage of that military militia they were fighting, and it does it. It's like one of those things like in Star Wars, you pick up the little machine and it gives you a message, and it comes from like these 5 people in cloaks, like Organization 13 from Kingdom Hearts. Look at that kid, fucking fuck monkey. Does it like right there, and they are called, we are Inferno, for we are the fire that transforms. So soon we will be the power that dominates the earth, and every nation, every person will beg us for mercy, release from their endless suffering. And he basically says the Justice League are going to stop them. Now, I will make sure I point this out. The Justice League is literally comprised of some of the most strongest characters in all of comics, right? If that group doesn't have superpowered villains on it to the degree of the Justice League, that is a fail. They have unlimited members in this Justice League now. So many different heroes, so many different power sets and everything at their disposal. That better be a strong villain group. Just saying that right now. That's not a strong villain group. That comes off as bad. They're saying it's all set up there. Just like Jonathan Hickman, all set up. Let's see if that setup pays off for Mr. Mark. But after that, we get Batman and Blue Beetle, and
they were in what's in the woods. It looks like a bunch of plants that are eggs.
Looks like
alien pods.
Yeah. And then Batman's like requesting backup, and it's like, yeah, guys, pairing up Batman with a superpowered hero will be a lot better to help him off with. And then Batman's like, I think he has probably the best line in the entire book. Send in some hitters.
Yeah,
I'll give him that one. That was a banger. Okay.
There's got to be more to this than what meets the eye.
We're not gonna he literally was like, send some hitters. We're not gonna last long on our own. Okay, Bruce, you was cooking there at that line. Okay, then it just goes back to Star Sapphire. Oh, guys, she's injured.
She hurt her arm.
Oh, poor baby.
Better get to med bay. And it's funny because like after this is where the big crux,
the big reveal.
What a twist.
M. Night Shyamalan style.
Yeah,
so apparently, guys, it gets to the part where Airwave goes in his own airbay to rest or whatever, and you're like, huh? Like, what the fuck?
He's Airwave? Like overwhelmed because he saved a life, and these people actually care about him and like him.
So Airwave is crying. They're so nice to me, all of them. They accept me for who I am. Nobody's ever trusted me like that. They have no idea what that means or how helpful that is, since I'm here to kill them all. Yeah, and that's how the first book ends.
So they alluding to, because the Inferno, they said, that what did they say? To show you, they said to show you that we consider you too insignificant to matter. Your world, your league, it already belongs to us. You just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
So is Airwave their inside guy? And if so, what?
Yeah, so this kind of
That's the
reminds
guy
me
that's gonna bring
of,
down the Justice League. The guy who made cell phone service.
like, this reminds me of My Hero Academia when you get that reveal of like the person that was kind of like All for One's inside person, and it was like, no, is this guy the whole time? Yeah, it's very similar to that. It's literally almost the exact same. It's like, if you're gonna do that, could it be a more of a cooler character to do it with? Because it's like, that's the only thing that makes Airwave interesting, is that he's gonna betray them at some point. And keep in mind, he's inner monologuing to himself.
Or is he gonna end up like, and then tell them, I was sent here to take you down, but I love you guys so much that here's what's gonna happen, and that's how they defeat the Inferno.
Oh God, man. So also in this book, if you get it, Justice League Unlimited #1, you get the also featuring Batman Hush 2 Prelude, and that's by Jeff Loeb, Jim Lee, Scott Williamson, Alex Sinclair. I'll be honest here, outside of just skimming through the art, I didn't actually read the panels, I'll be honest here, because I want to save all that for Hush 2. Because it's gonna be there anyway. I just skimmed through the art, skimmed through some of the dialogue. This looks great. I mean, guys, it's Jim Lee. He's gonna do good art. It's just what he does.
It's
honestly.
gonna look great. Yeah, it's gonna look great.
But that's the thing, is like they were trying. I think when this came out, they were charging $5.99 for this because you get that 2-page extra Batman Hush 2 Prelude, and it's like, did I really need that here? I get it. Justice League is going to be a big title. Everyone's going to end up buying because it's Justice League. I get it.
Yeah,
but it's like, you're going to upcharge to give me basically 2 pages. You know, I don't know about that. I don't really like that kind of stuff. It's like, just end the book then.
Yeah.
Or just do a regular basic ad of like, hey, Batman Hush 2 and Batman issue 158. Go pre-order. Go buy your local comic book shop. Just that is fine. You don't got to charge people extra for that, because this is not really.
I mean, or they just could have did like one black page with some dialogue, and then you turn the page, and it's that last
get the ads
Hush
right here.
It's that last Hush drawing.
Yeah.
You know that and that would have been fine enough.
And also here,
perfectly fine.
The comic books that I have been reading recently have gotten way better with ads. I'm really not the huge fan of like an ad as a break in the middle of your book. They've been putting the ads at the very, very end. I even criticized Rippaverse for that too. It's like, man, no ads middle part of the story. I want to read the story all the way through. Put every ad in the back. And they've been doing that really good recently with DC. But yeah, I don't think I didn't. Because the thing is, everyone's gonna read Hush 2. We're gonna read it. We're gonna read all the stuff before. We're gonna do Hush and Hush, Heart of Hush and everything. It's like I'm not saying I hated it, guys, but art's great, but it's like, it doesn't need to be here. It's just there as extra pages to
getting
upcharge
people
you.
Psyched, but it was so far ahead of time though, because you got to remember they're already on issue 4 of Justice League, so it's like that was so far in advance. That shows you how long Jim Lee has to do stuff in advance for the book to even come out. It's got to be like 9 months in advance. So I mean, like overall,
sorry.
Overall, I didn't think the book was terrible. It wasn't awful. It's just, for the Justice League coming back after being gone, it's like, I don't know, man. Like, maybe it's just I'm adverse to change when it comes to certain things. And I look at the Justice League as supposed to being the best of the best. Like, they're supposed to be the best. You know, they had so many years where they weren't good, and then they got better, and then, you know, you go away, and this is supposed to be your big comeback, and this is what you get. And it's like, and I'm not saying they had to, but why even put this in there that we're supposed to take the Justice League down from the inside when there is a giant story that you literally put in the one shot? We don't see Booster Gold. We see nothing telling us of the absolute universe. We see absolutely nothing. And that to me is a disservice, because we're already 5 issues in to Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman later this week. Absolute. And it's like, when does it start either, crossing over? When do we start? We haven't even seen Darkseid or his world, or you know what I mean? Like, so it's just, I don't know.
Like, my problem only because overall, I think the art's really good. The pacing is very quick, but it didn't weigh on you. I like the action. Superman and Wonder Woman dynamic is always fun to see. It's just the dynamics they chose. That's the problem. And she's treating, I'm sorry, Mark Waid is treating Star Sapphire like she is some fucking brand new on the job day one lady. Guys, this fucking lady has fought in Green Lantern throughout his comic book history. They've been rivals for quite a long time. This woman's not stupid. This is literally not a stupid person, nor a person that's adverse to battle. That like, if you're gonna do dynamics, pair dynamics up, and don't treat any girl character like she's some I can't do it. Oh, I'm so scared. Literally, if you're gonna do that, give me Starfire then. Starfire wouldn't do that. Starfire as a character is not like that. Starfire gets in the battle and goes, I'm gonna do this the way I need to do it to help my team. Raven,
I didn't care about that part of the story. It was whatever.
So
I just hope that they start telling broader stories with someone said, you don't want to hear my opinion on Superman. Okay, then don't give it.
No, be nice to Sparkles. I love her. Good Lord, man.
Well, I mean, if someone says I don't want to hear something, well, then don't say it. Like,
oh, good Lord,
I don't know.
Oh, fucking
That's
hell.
not mean.
Oh, goodness gracious.
That's very nice.
That white rage you have is crazy. But no, overall, I thought it was okay. So this book kind of reminds me of when I read Wolverine Revenge issue #1 by Jonathan Hickman. It's very, in my personal taste, I like it, but I do see the flaws that are coming with it. I understand the issues it has. I just, if it didn't have those, hypothetically saying this is like, if it didn't have these issues, it would be a whole lot better. It's like, to be fair, but that'll make it better though. Like, if she's not there talking to Black Lightning, if she's not there being a literal retard, a fucking stupid bitch, a fucking actual useless asset, as everyone else is literally doing everything else, it's like, that is not the story time to write a damsel in distress when she's supposed to be the one that has.
I don't look at it as she's a damsel in distress. Like, she just looked at one thing though and was like, "Holy shit, this is a lot to take in." But she was trying to help somebody. I think it was more that part for me.
Yeah,
was irritating.
Also, stop inserting air. Like, I get what you're saying to airwave. Oh god.
Like, in the airwave thing, we're gonna have to see where it goes, and it's. I don't think it's the
Martian
right
Manhunter? I want Martian Manhunter.
He's in there. He's in the.
Can I get? Issue. Thank God. Can I get better? If you're gonna do these kind of dynamics, you need to improve moving forward. Because I'm gonna have to read the next issues anyway. I need, because I didn't hate this as a start, but I can see the clear issues we'll have. So you need better dynamics.
I mean, dude, this is still. I mean, like, as a team book, this is still better than the Avengers. My God.
Better than anything Jonathan Hickman ever wrote. I'm joking. Okay, I'm joking.
Not that his Avengers was fantastic.
He did do Secret Wars, but I heard it was really, really fun.
His whole Avengers run is great, but that was 2015.
So improved character dynamics, better team up dynamics, and I don't really want to see damsel in distress bullshit for characters that are super powered. It's like she can literally get herself out of any situation she needs. She has powers. It's kind of a. I understand if that was like Barbara, because she doesn't have power. She's very limited. It's like, okay, I understand that. It's Batgirl, but it's like, this is a bitch who can literally heal you and fly and has super strength. It's like, hold on, what are we doing here? So that's just for what I think personally. Also, can DC stop doing this prelude bullshit? Like, don't do this again. You might as well just not have the pages in there. Just give an ad for Batman issue 158, and you're good to go.
Just do an ad for the next Justice League book.
Yeah. It works too. Or, dude, an Absolute Wonder Woman #1. Do you know what you read it, right? They have an ad for Absolute Wonder Woman #1 in Absolute Wonder Woman #1.
Yeah.
Stupid. But yeah,
I like Absolute Wonder Woman.
I did too. Not a bad start here for me personally, but I'll get your final thoughts and opinions before we close out the review.
Yep. Oh, I already gave my
Oh,
final
you did?
opinion
Oh,
on this.
okay. No,
But
nothing else you wanna
like I
say?
said, I just there's something I like about the Justice League, and it's not this. I'll say that. And with the good books that they've been putting out, in my opinion, with the absolute books that I actually like, I'm more interested in that than I am the main continuity, which sucks. Because I mean, say what you
Absolute
want.
Justice League's coming.
Oh God.
Oh,
Say what you want, you know, the out of the two major companies right now, we got one good Marvel book, and you know, in Spider and why can't I think right now? Ultimate Spider-Man. Ultimate
mhm,
Black Panther's pretty good.
mhm,
But like really honestly, like, you know, there's not much to choose from right now if you're not reading independent books.
mhm,
And it when you have a major title like Justice League, it should
mhm.
be good. It should
Yeah,
not be
this
this.
this isn't terrible or
What they were
great. This is
leading
just kind
to
of
in
yeah,
the one shot in the special was great. I
yeah.
thought
Felt
I
very
thought that
homey.
was
Yeah,
leading to
felt
something
very
like,
loving,
yes,
welcoming. Yeah, yeah. So,
that was
uh,
fantastic.
for me, it's not great. It's not terrible. I think it's just fine for an issue number one for the Justice League. Definitely could have been stronger for an opening number one title for the Justice League, you know? So I also think since there's other popular characters on the roster, you have to have them be the leading guide ship and then have the other characters you're trying to build up be that added piece. Let the league be ran by Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, The Flash, and then everyone else kind of follows in. This whole like notion that every random Joe can be part of the Justice League, not a bad concept because we've seen it before, and it did work there. But the reason why it worked there is because they knew how to balance things out. It's a balancing dynamic that you need to fix. And there was actually core members. The reason why you have core members is because the core members can kind of like get to decide how things are ran and how things kind of get to go. Without core members, you don't really know who's in charge. And it's like, oh, we'll just all play nice with each other. It's like, you can play nice, but you can have a structure with that too. But yeah, we'll see how the next issues go for Justice League Unlimited. So thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, and we're going to sign out, guys. See you guys later. Deuces. Peace.